That is one of the songs that's in constant rotation for Carnival 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege this morning to welcome to the Now Morning Show Mr. Orville Richard Burrell, a.k.a. Shaggy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, man.
How are you doing this morning?
Can't complain at all. You know, you have health and strength. Everything else is bonus.
Yeah. Give thanks for that. Give thanks for that. Well, and thanks for coming on the show. I know it's early in the morning.
It is early.
I'm so happy that you're here with us.
It is early. It is early.
But Shaggy, this is not your first foray in soca.
No.
When the first time I heard you in soca, I could be wrong, but the first time I heard you in soca was with Toro with Masha.
Toro, yes, I would think so, yes.
And since then, I mean, you kind of you were touching every now and then for Carnival and
I think we're on a Remedy remix too.
Right,
yeah,
yes.
And just kind of.
You didn't do Wine Season?
Probably, I can't remember.
Yeah. So you have a couple in the bag, but now you decide you're going hard into it.
Well, you know, it is. As you go through like the career span as mine, you know, I've always loved soca music and just the culture of from calypso go straight back down in Jamaica. You know, you talk about we're talking about from the Sparrow to the Lord Larrow to, you know, I mean all of those songs from those artists back up. I was raised on those in Jamaica. You know?
Okay.
So there's always been a love of that kind of music, the melodies and the feel-goodness of them. So I think out of the pandemic came that whole vibe because we're so locked down. I said, let's find something that make us feel good. And this was just one of the songs that I wrote while I was locked in the pandemic because I was doing a Christmas album, which is Christmas in the Islands at the time.
Okay.
And I came up with that song during that time and I said, you know, this don't feel like I wouldn't want this for Christmas. And that's when the idea came to me. I said, let's do it like almost like a soca feel-good record. Yeah. And it is a hybrid. It is a hybrid.
It definitely is a hybrid, but I understand that you also have some collaborations coming with some other soca artists as well.
Man. It's actually a full EP.
A full soca EP.
Started from that one song, and I just continue writing a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And you know, with that one song, once I finished with it, I say, you know, this sound like Kiss. And I called Kiss and I say, yo, this vibe, and he said, boy, I really like it. And we ended up doing it. Yeah. You know, but we have songs with
I hear Patrice. I hear
Skinny, Bungie.
Okay. So when can we look forward to those dropping?
I think the whole album should be coming within I would say next couple of weeks. I would imagine.
So it's not, you're not timing it for the season of Carnival in Trinidad?
No, because it's really you know, I really don't. You're getting into a whole thing of Carnival being seasonal. You know, I mean, as we go big on these songs, become more hybrid, you want to get out of the pattern of just being seasonal. You know what I mean? Feeling good is not seasonal. Feeling good is
all year round. Yeah.
Yes, all year round. So,
and I firmly agree with you, and that's why I asked about it, because we have a tendency to think that our music is limited to that, not to making
and it has hurt the culture over the years too. Good in the culture because people come down at a certain time for certain things, but as far as the music is concerned, it really puts a ceiling on the music. I think to make the music be something that is, you know, just year round. Right, it's good. And reggae goes through that also, you know, and dancehall, and especially in Europe. They say, well, you can't. When I was at Virgin Record, they say you can't put a reggae record out in the winter. What are you talking about? It's summer music. And I'm like, what are you talking about? In Jamaica, it's summer all year round. Yeah, I don't understand that whole thing. Yeah.
One of the interesting things, so you're doing this collaboration with a soca EP, but before this, like I've been paying attention. One of my favorite Tiny Desk is you and Sting.
Oh yeah.
I'm very interested to know how that relationship developed.
You know, Sting is the brother I never knew I needed. You know, he's just that person that, you know, sometimes God send people in your life at certain time for certain reason, and I was at a period in my life when I was doubting a lot of things about myself, and you know, we had just gone through different changes of relationship within my career, and he just came at the right time to be like, yo, Shag, boom. And I think what struck me about Sting is this guy who is this very accomplished guy, but was really just moved by everything that I did. You know what I mean? In the studio, it was like, wow, how you come up with melodies like that, how you do that, how you do, you know what I mean? So I'm saying to myself, but if this guy sell 150 million and thinks that I'm great, why was all these people around me who have made a living off me don't don't think that I'm even nowhere near there. And then you start to come to a point where you realize that after a while, some of these people might be underachievers. And they themselves might be trying to dumb you down to make themselves feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the first time you went through that in your career? I mean, your career has been long.
Gone through stages of it.
Yeah.
Stages of it. And you go through, life comes with ups and downs, but every time you have a down, there's somebody that comes in your life that will show you things and change things. And then you keep growing. That's why you have to continue to become a sponge. You have to always be a sponge, always willing to learn more and push yourself.
I think that might be part of the secret as to why you've been able to last in this industry so long.
I think why I last this long is because nobody will be bored of me before me.
So you keep reinventing yourself to make sure you stay entertained in yourself.
I do music. I know you should do music for an audience. I'm aware of that. But I do music to please me first. You know what I mean? Like I say, music, everybody is a listener, but I'm the first listener of anything that I make out. And if I'm not happy, I'm sorry.
It's not even coming out.
And I put some things out that I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
But those are when you have people within your organizations, like when you're at the major, like you have to be careful what you wish for. We were with MCA, and we had Hot Shot. Yes, it was a globally massive record, and it, Angel and Wasn't Me was great. But then what that does put you in a position where you're making so much money for the company that there's guys know inside of your studio sessions,
guiding the sessions,
calling shots on things that they don't understand your culture, don't understand you, and they're saying, yeah, but we need you to make another one like that.
Yeah,
I don't understand. That one doesn't sound like that one. I'm like, yeah, but I've already passed this.
Yeah.
No. So you have to be careful of how it is, and then you end up putting things out that you're not happy with. I'm at a stage in my life that if something is going to get screwed up, right, it's going to be because of me, with my money. You know what I'm saying? It's not
but to get to that stage, though, you had to pass through the process of the majors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we have a certain limitation when it comes to soca music, for example, where artists get signed to deals, but they do ever manifest into becoming a hot shot. We haven't had, like we had Arrow with Long Time and that kind of thing, but in recent times, we haven't been able to cross a particular barrier.
Well, I always say this. You don't have to worry about culture. Stars promote culture. Superstars shift culture. You know what I'm saying? And when I say superstar, you're talking about a star that has an artist that has superhero-like talent, superhero-like work ethic, superhero-like drive, superhero-like charm and personality. That when they walk in a room, they're just like, oh my God, who is that?
Yeah.
Shake it. When Yellow Man came out, reggae music was nothing. But the world stopped and took notice. When Shabba Ranks came out, he only sold gold, But when he walks in a room, you're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Him smell like 50 Brock perfume bottle full of jewels. And him a walk with a swagger. You know what I mean? Those people have moved culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that is what everything boils down to artist development. And being that superstar, right? And the minute you guys cultivate that one person will be able to shift your culture and move it towards a different place.
Would you say that you've seen that person already in Trinidad and Tobago in our music? Because
I am not that deep in your culture to know.
I mean, but you working with the top,
I've seen some dynamic people in it. I can't tell you what it is that it is going to be, but I'm working with a lot of them because I find them to be very talented and very exciting. You know what I mean? Let's see what that excitement will be around the global. A song like this with Mood is not just a soca record. Definitely it is a global record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I say, you'll be in a good mood year round. And that's why I kind of made it as a hybrid.
Yeah.
Because I do think that anything that is too pure is stagnant. You know what I mean? So when you have these purists that say, well, that don't sound like real soca and it don't sound like real calypso, but there's nothing that Kes or Bungie or Skinny Fabulous can do better than, for instance, Arrow or Sparrow or any of these guys. Those guys are masters of their craft.
Of course.
So if you're doing exactly what those guys are doing, then you cannot beat them. You have to do your own thing to move it forward. The younger youth now that is doing soca can't do it better than Marshall. You know what I mean? What Marshall had done is that time, right, is he was a master of his craft. Right? Bunji is a master of their craft. The new guys have to find their thing and master their craft now with a new vibe, right? Which is going to be a hybrid, because hybrid is the only way culture move.
Right, but you're talking about the music. I want to find out a little bit more about the other side of it, the business side of it. I mean, you mentioned the fact that, you know, you're able to say, well, there's my money behind this, so I can do what I want with the music. We don't have that industry support as widespread as I think it ought to be.
I don't think there's an industry support within the region, not just in soca music, but in, you know, the reggae. You'd say reggae is probably, reggae dancehall is probably more advanced, or I say more accomplished than soca music, right? But we're still less than 5% of our market share. Afrobeat has a big part of the market share. Reggaeton is a big part of the market share. Hip hop is the biggest part of the market share. Then you have rock, and we are less than 5% as Caribbean music. So it's not just, but what we do is we have to realize, I realized years ago in doing it that I had to do things, because it's not a level playing field. I had to work 10 times harder, right? Write songs 10 times better, right? Go 10 times, get 10 times less sleep, right? With 10 times less budget, just to have a level playing field and a shot at it. I knew that going into this, because it wasn't a level playing, but culturally, and I ended up selling numbers of any of these big boys. I never have a $5 million rollout. Everybody look at these artists, look and say Ariana Grande or Ed Sheeran, and say, oh, these guys got these massive songs. The record companies put in $5 to $10 million on a rollout.
Because they're going to make back 100.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I never had that. I had to. The record company, oh my God, he's selling how much? I remember the record company saying, Shaggy's selling, wasn't me happening, and he's selling gold a week. And they're scrambling, trying to say, how the hell the banana boat guy is selling? And these are conversations that happened. The banana boat guy. They wrote that. The banana boat guy is selling gold a week. I'm like, yes, we are. We're selling numbers of NSYNC and Britney Spears and Michael Jackson. The difference is, they spent millions of dollars to market those guys. We just wrote a song that was just great enough and did it. Exactly. You know what I mean? So what the artists here have to continue to write and do things and make those songs and become superstar, superhero-like stars to break through the clutter.
And I think that's the kind of advice that is needed to be spread far and wide, because I don't think everybody understands how hard it is to break through. Everybody thinks that you're just going to be able to. You write a good song and that's it.
The biggest problem is two problems you have. Sung and lazy. That's the two. If you have sung, right, and work ethic, you'll make it. You don't need nothing else.
Nothing else.
You don't need nothing else.
Shaggy,
a good song and work ethic.
You are in Trinidad and Tobago to celebrate with Kes tonight, and Is We. Anything in particular you're looking forward to tonight?
Well, it wasn't me, but it's me.
Can we expect anything special from you tonight?
I think you'll see a lot of special things tonight. We had a great rehearsal last night. And you know, I think just the type of song, you know, Kes is smart, you know. He rolls out the big ones, you know. So but the songs he chose were from my catalog. Were the ones that everybody will be pleased.
Of course.
And just the way he places them and the arrangement that he puts with his band around it should be a good energy.
Well, we look forward to it. It's happening this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is We. Kes live in concert. Shaggy is going to be there. Of course, it's going to be a whole mood, so you want to be a part of it. Shaggy, let me say thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks. We take our break and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.